Welcome to the Short Bus Skyler Show, featuring
Big John. He's 6'8" and twice as wide. Trey, glorious hair and is a regular at the free clinic. And our host, he's the guy your sister warned you about, and your mother wants to come over. The original poster child for birth control, Short Bus Skyler.
Hi, I'm your host, Short Bus Skyler. Welcome to the Short Bus. I stammered all over that.
So how do you feel about calzones?
Totally good with the calzone.
You don't care how it's folded?
No, it's folded over perfectly.
Do you consider a Hot Pocket a calzone, yes or no? I just thought of this.
It depends on the ingredients.
The pepperoni ones.
That is a calzone, isn't it?
I just thought of that. Like when he
is
brought it up, it just occurred to me that I've been eating Hot Pockets since I was a kid. And I just recently started eating calzones. I'm like, they're the same fucking thing. Just one's real ingredients and then the other one's frozen.
Yeah, you're right. It is just a small.
My childhood's fucking ruined, bro.
You want it to be ruined even more? You know what pisses me off?
What?
I invented the Hot Pocket.
Yeah, we've heard this story.
Don't get me started.
Go ahead, tell him.
I'm so mad about this.
Tell him. Do you guys want to hear about this?
I'm so furious, man. I don't know. How long has Hot Pockets been out, first off? That's what we should probably figure that out.
Know.
They've had
got
been out
Google.
since the 80s.
You got Google. Hot Pocket's been out for a long time. Like, there's never been a time in my life where I didn't know what a Hot Pocket was.
I mean, you're also, 10 years younger than me?
That doesn't
Something
mean
like that?
shit, bro.
Well, anyway, I thought I invented the Hot Pocket. I'm going to stick with it, okay? At my grandfather's pizzeria, I would always just make a Hot Pocket, basically, because I just take the excess dough and fill it with a bunch of shit and I'll be on my way. I did this forever. And then I should happen to see a commercial from Hot Pockets, and they took my idea. Or maybe I just took theirs. I don't know.
Here we go. History of the Hot Pocket. Were invented by Paul Mirage and David Mirage in the 1970s.
Oh, never mind. That was before my time.
You didn't invent shit. You just got high and saw a commercial.
Tell me I got high when I was like 5.
You was a bad kid.
Not that bad. My dreams, my aspirations, my perspirations.
It's just like somebody that like listened to a song on the radio and didn't realize that it stuck with them, and wrote a song later on and realized that they just copied somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
I invented the man cake, but it never took off.
What's a man cake?
Is it like opposite of the beefcake or what?
It's like a pancake, but you just mix a shitload of meat in with the pancake batter and then make a pancake.
But have you
You do like beef and sausage and bacon, and then it's like a pancake filled with chopped up meat.
That sounds amazing. Like, have you tested this on people to see how it would take off?
Everybody loves it, but I just never had the money to
Would you
turn it
put
into a
syrup
marketable.
or sausage gravy on it?
Dude, you could put both on it. We do hot sauce too.
Isn't that kind of like similar to a McGriddle?
A McGriddle? No, it's a pancake with the syrup already put in it.
Yeah, but I mean it's the same concept.
I mean, I guess, but his idea is way better.
There's no syrup in it. There's meat in the pancake.
Yeah.
Right.
There's meat in the patty.
And then the McGriddle, the meat is separate. Yeah, it's like the pancake itself is full of meat.
So it looks like a pancake pizza.
Even beyond
Like,
that.
Would you be mad if you cut that into triangles?
Like a meat
Or
latke.
squares?
Bro,
No, I know. I'm smelling what you're stepping in, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, man.
We totally fucked up. You know what we did, right?
What?
We decided to have a show with 3 overweight dudes.
Who haven't eaten.
Before we started recording, food never came up, and then John decided to just fuck the day up with he doesn't like square pizza.
Well,
He always does that to me.
See,
He's
what
like,
had happened was...
he knows I'll go off.
I went inside, and there's like an army's portion of lasagna that Sarah just cooked inside the house right now as we speak. So I went inside to go grab something, and I come out. Before I came outside, I went in the drawer and grabbed a fork and ate a little bit.
I called it earlier.
I was like, oh my God. Yes, it's really good, by the way.
I love lasagna.
It's so good.
What's your problem with lasagna?
I don't like tomatoes and ricotta cheese together. Sue me.
You don't have to put
It's
ricotta
too
cheese
sweet.
in it, bro. Have you ever had an Alfredo lasagna?
No.
I'm so
It's
glad
amazing.
that he said that right now. Do you know why? He's just anti-Italian. That's what it is.
You racist, dog.
He's racist as hell.
You racist against food.
Like your country looks like a damn boot. I don't know.
See, I knew it.
Get the foot out of your ass.
It has nothing to do. He's just trying to break the authenticity of Italian food.
Is that how you say that
I got nothing, bro.
I've been sent by the French to
word? We do not like the Italians.
to ruin the Italians.
Oh man, I'm
one wants-
calling the mafia.
Oh, no one wants.
You're calling me talking shit about pizza?
Yeah, man.
It goes in fucking squares.
Oh, back
So
in.
gay. You should know who you're talking to. You wouldn't be talking to me like that, huh? Talking about the fucking pizza triangles. Fuck you.
Oh,
Fucking Americans.
Mother put sugar
Triad. The
in a
triad.
spaghetti sauce.
What?
What?
Did you say put sugar in the
Said
spaghetti
your
sauce?
mother put sugar in a spaghetti sauce.
That's not cool, bro.
It's actually kind of good.
I don't like a sweet marinara. I'm more of a savory guy. Like I don't like sweet things.
Don't get
Yeah,
it
that's
wrong. I'm
what I
not saying
agree.
like, oh my God, fill it with sugar. No, you
Right.
add a little bit.
But like,
You actually add more basil than sugar.
I don't know, I guess
Whoa,
that's just-
somebody screamed outside. I heard that.
You're welcome.
See, but like, I mean,
That's a kid crying. This is disgusting. Help me. I guarantee you she fell in a mud puddle.
should
It's
we
a
go?
little girl, like, crying outside.
The scary part is none of my neighbors have kids.
Well, somebody out there. Somebody's fucking out
Like,
there.
what? Somebody go. Trey going to.
Yeah, he's the one that we should send.
It's Trey Day. We should totally do a skit with Trey and remake Training Day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never seen Training
You've
Day.
never seen Training? Oh,
Not even kinda.
gosh. Is it over there? Okay.
They're just full of shit.
They're just assholes.
These damn assholes.
Did you actually go over there and ask them if they were okay?
No, it's just clear they're broken condoms, and it's not a worry.
Their accidents are fucking up.
Yeah, it's just a little girl like being a little shit, and there's a little boy who's like, "Well, I don't know what to do," and she's like, "Help me, that's disgusting."
What was disgusting?
I don't know.
You're terrible.
I got nothing.
I don't know. Kids freak me out, dude.
You freak me out.
The only reason John's kid doesn't freak me out is because he's like really
Your height?
big.
It is really big.
And, like I just pretend he's like just a nerdy young adult, and that works.
I mean,
Pretty much. He's a
yeah,
big
so
boy.
your son is really tall. He's how old?
12.
12. That
He's
kid's
like a foot taller than everybody in his class.
It's crazy.
This summer alone, he grew almost 4 inches in one summer.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like every time I see him, I'm like, "You're even freaking taller." It's crazy.
It's
He's
ridiculous.
gonna be taller than me. I got a feeling.
I don't think he'll be
Poor kid.
taller. I think
Poor
he's
kid.
there might. I don't know. What you did?
I thought I didn't broke it in my toy, and it didn't break. It didn't break at all. So I got kind of lucky that it didn't break. But
Why is that your last one?
No, could have been.
Could have been.
Everyone is. Remember that. You never know when you're gonna lose your pack of cigarettes.
I lost my pack of cigarettes yesterday.
Exactly.
Good thing it was
So-
empty.
So the other night at work, I work at a bar, and see what I did was I had an empty pack of cigarettes, and I threw them on the floor right by me to see how many people would actually pick them up and hand them to me, and it was a lot of people. Like I'm talking about, I lost count
did
after,
it.
after like 10 people. I just kept throwing on the floor. People would pick it up as they're walking by, and like hand it to me, like, "Oh, you dropped your cigarettes." So I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna take this to the next level. I'm gonna throw it out a little bit farther." Sure as shit, somebody walked up, opened the pack, looked at it, seen it was empty, and threw it right back on the ground. It was a few people who did it, bro. I was like, come on. Then you got the
I mean, like
one
I
girl.
always check a pack of cigarettes sitting on the ground. You know, you open it up, you might find a couple. And
Well, I found complete full packs of cigarettes.
I've done that a couple of
Oh
times.
man, a few weeks ago I got a straight up full pack. Apparently it was Robert's, but he was so shitty wasted he just didn't realize.
That makes
he
a
had
lot of
cigarettes.
sense.
But I was like, sweet dude, full pack of cigarettes, and then like I'm like, is these anybody's? He was there, but he wasn't really
wasn't
there,
there.
you know. So
I love Drunk Robert.
I mean, I've never really seen drunk Robert. I've only seen sober Robert and gone Robert.
I've seen Robert that dumps cans in my driveway, Robert.
That shit was kind of
That video is great.
The messed up part is I drove past them.
Yeah, in the video.
Yeah, like I was going to pick up my kid from school, and I seen him coming, and I was like, I know that thing's full of cans. I'm gonna kick his ass. I swear to God.
You ever get your tacos?
Never did get my tacos.
There's tacos?
There were supposed to be tacos involved in this
Son of a
situation.
bitch.
Today?
Because see what the story is that I don't know if you, I'm sure you've heard, but I got like Mike Tyson punched in the nutsack.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw the posts on
To
Facebook.
the point where the nut kind of exploded and like bled internally, like it was bad. See, what had happened is old ball Solo was going to swift me in the nuts, come over to real quick, and I jumped out the way. And Robert was actually going to pretend like he was trying to, so he came up with an uppercut and was just going to punch me on the inner thigh. Well, since I moved, he caught my ball between the fist and the inner thigh. Oh, I puked. It hurt so bad I puked.
That I've been hitting the nuts so hard I threw up. Like, it just goes right to your stomach.
You ever been hitting the nuts so hard the people around you throw up?
No,
That's how serious this was.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got hit so hard in the dick, that guy felt it.
We did, dude. Everyone who was there, like, I was, like, right next to him. I was coming up to John to say what's up and, like, ask him a question about something. And, like, and I just watched Robert come in, and I was like, no. It was like the world went into slow motion. Yeah. Like, but, like, two other people did that, too. They were all just like, no.
It was so bad.
In those moments, time, like, I think it really does slow down. Like when you're sitting and you like knock your phone off the counter, and it's just like,
I would have to agree with you.
And then
It seems like it. It really does feel like it.
that oh shit moment where you grab yourself. That took 20 seconds when it just actually happened like that.
It sucked, dude. It hurt. But what makes things a lot more painful was I actually went to the hospital for this. Actually, probably 4 or 5 days later.
Right.
And I had to get what the fuck is it called, ultrasound on my nutsack,
pregnant?
bro. And this girl who looked like, I don't know if
Cute?
Chewbacca and
She a hot mom?
Chewbacca and Buckwheat had a baby.
Oh.
It might be her. But anyway, that's beside the point. The problem is that she took this little contraption, and I'm kind of nervous because I'm naked from the waist down at this point, just laying on this thing, ball sack, just hanging.
Just picture Big John's shirt cocking right now.
This is the worst, okay? This is dead serious here. I'm dead serious. So she takes this contraption and sets it out, and the bottom part like unfolds like you're watching something on a Marvel comic TV show. And she sets it right underneath and lifts my nuts up and sets it, just like drops it on there. So she takes out this fucking lube, and I'm like, oh. She squirts it like all over me. And I'm like, no. So she starts rubbing it with this fucking tool thing for the ultrasound.
Bro, I gotta get hit in the nuts. This sounds great.
It was so embarrassing. And then she tells me, okay, I'm going to have to flip him over. So she flips him over.
like a hamburger? Just
Yeah, like you're cooking a fucking patty. Just plop out.
how
Dude,
big are
so
your
bad,
nuts,
dude.
bro?
Pretty big, dude. Pretty big.
Like
pretty big, bro.
softball?
Like, yeah, close to it.
Fucking Christ. You're not beat the shit out of your girlfriend.
So, that was the second most embarrassing moment of my entire life.
I had an embarrassing moment in a hospital. I mean, like, I wasn't naked, but I'd never had, like, an MRI or a CAT scan done before. And they put this shit, like, through your IV, and she warned me that I would feel funny, but that was just what was going through the IV. Well, she didn't tell me that it was going to feel like I shit myself. And I'm sitting there getting ready to go into the CAT scanner, and I thought I shit my pants. Like, my heart rate started going. I started sweating really bad. And, like, she came in, I'm like, don't come in here. And she's like, why? I'm like, I think I shit myself. And she's like, that's just the medicine. I'm like, okay, with you knowing that, as soon as I told you exactly what had happened, why didn't you warn me that this was going to happen? Like, I seriously thought I sharted.
You know why, bro? I'm telling you. I know you. You made some kind of smart-ass comment or some stupid joke when you first met her and seen her the first time, didn't you? I'm willing to bet anything on
It's
that.
possible.
Exactly. So she's like, I'm going to get even with this son of a bitch right here.
I couldn't really talk too much though because I had like super strep throat and it was like all closed up and they had pumped me full of antibiotics.
Dude, have you ever had an enema?
Fuck no.
Oh man, it sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I've had 2. It's literally like a 6-foot camera that goes through your butt.
It's not an
And then
enema.
squirts liquid. Well, it's
That's
no, not an enema.
colonoscopy.
Whatever you said, that thing.
I'm here for the words.
Right, the
Buttholes.
word. Easier for the word. It's a little thing. It's got a camera at the end. And it goes through your intestines,
Yeah.
through your asshole. They inject
I think
you.
your asshole comes
They
first.
inject this. They inject this fucking fluid into this thing, which makes you feel like you have the world's worst diarrhea, and
Yeah.
you're holding it in because you don't want it to go. And they tell you to clench your butt cheeks because it will come out.
It just follows.
So as they pull this camera out, dude, I couldn't hold. I mean, there couldn't help nothing. I felt it come leaking out. It was so disgusting. And I jump up off the table, bro, as this thing just went, popped right out. And I'm running to the bathroom, bro. It just looked like a goddamn movable lawn sprinkler, dude. No joke. It was just going everywhere. It felt so bad. That was the third most embarrassing moment.
What's the
of
first
my life.
most embarrassing?
That one's kind of. It's not really that funny. It's kind of a serious one though.
Oh.
Remember when I had broken my back?
Yeah.
I had to have my mother wipe my ass for like 6 months.
That's not embarrassing.
That to me, I don't know. It was pretty.
I mean, it's not like
pretty
she's
out
never
there.
wiped it before. It's not like this
Oh,
is a new
true.
ground that you guys are coming through.
True story. True. But
Be like,
for
thanks,
me,
Mom.
For me, I don't know. That was more
No
degrading.
crust
than
on the
anything else.
sandwiches.
A little
You
more
know?
degrading than anything else.
I guess I could see that. I definitely wouldn't want my mom next to my ass at this point in my life. It's rough.
It's bad back there, bro.
So I went looking for furniture today for the apartment that I'm trying to get, and I have thunder thighs, like they rub together, and the jeans will deteriorate in the one spot. And I had forgotten. I'm so sleep deprived that I had forgotten that I had that, and it was like really big. So I jumped on this bed, spread eagle on my stomach, and I just hear, "Oh shit!" My nuts were hanging out of both sides of the fucking jeans.
You weren't wearing any drawers, bro.
I haven't wore drawers in like 10 years, dude.
Look like he's
Don't buy the second mattress from the left at Share Stuff.
Look like he sat in bubble gum.
That's a lot of bubble gum.
So what had happened was. So Trey, what's up, brother? You're awfully quiet right now.
I'm just enjoying the stories. You guys are coming in with this embarrassing stuff. I don't know. Like, I got some embarrassing
I
stories.
know you got something to say, bro.
Well, I could. Yeah,
You may
I
not have been embarrassed, but it was probably really embarrassing.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't really have much shame, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to like catalog the embarrassing stuff. Like a couple weeks back, I was up in the hospital, and they didn't know quite what was wrong. I was having trouble breathing. I felt like shit, and I'm sitting there, and my super hot lady doctor and the super hot whatever her assistant is
yeah.
called. They go, we need an EKG, which is when they stick all the things on your body everywhere, and it like checks your
Like the electric probes and shit.
they stick the wires off of So next thing I know, there's a team of like 5 super hot women.
What hospital did you go to, BT Dubs, so I know for future?
Swedish American. Dude, this has never happened before. Usually I get this 8-year-old
I got a hot
man.
friend that works at Swedes.
Well, this team of 5 hot ladies are like putting stickers on me, and I'm like, damn. This is just 5 hot women I will never have a chance with because I am pathetic.
You're
right
just sitting
now.
there looking at them like click, 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 because this dream is going to happen differently
Dude,
later.
I look like a damn jellyfish washed up on the beach in this hospital bed, just dying, and like they're
I can just picture this, just like supermodels, just sticking you with pieces of tape, and you're just looking like a bag of loose buttholes on this desk, just dreaming about what could happen.
It was so weird because there was literally like 6 of them in the room. Like, they didn't need 6 of these hot women. They didn't. It was just not necessary.
Dude, they were plotting against you, bro.
Dude, it was all part of a bigger plan.
It was fun to get some.
They're like, we're gonna get this guy healthy, and we're gonna use his body.
What would be so much worse is, dude, like if you were just at a party someday and seen one of them nurses there, like you would just have the most weird. Like, oh
Dude,
my
I'm gonna look
God.
up my friend that works at Swedes, and I'm gonna show you her. Do you remember what the girls looked like? Like enough to where if I showed you one of their faces, you'd recognize them.
Probably.
All right, I'm gonna look her up, and if it is, I'm gonna introduce you guys because I have known this girl since high school.
Next on ER hookups.
Right? No, she's married. But
She's married,
Dude, I
but,
feel like-
fuck that marriage.
This is the this is the healthcare version to Catch a Predator. I'm telling you, this is what's happening.
it really is.
Listen, if there's anyone who's really good at breaking up relationships, it's me.
I mean, she's
I don't
Is
know if
that
that's
her?
something to be proud of.
Could have been her.
could have been,
That
should have
could've
been,
been her.
could have been, should have been,
The
would have been.
problem is she's just there were two basic white chicks there, and she's a basic white chick, so she could like slip into the identities.
I'm
Pretty
sorry,
simple.
you unnamed friend who knows who this is.
Did they smell like pumpkin spice?
She probably drinks pumpkin spice lattes.
Probably.
Goes to Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, she's craftsy. Like she makes shit for the house.
Her house reeks of like candy green apples. and
No,
crap.
they just got a new house. Not yet, but it might.
It will soon.
Like potpourri and
Just yeah. Dude, you know what I'm talking about. You walk in, it's just reeks of like this
you just get
sugary
bitch slapped
candy.
by grandma.
Dude, I bought this incense the other day, this Blunt Effects incense, and I started burning it. And I'm like smelling it. I'm like, this smells exactly like this Yankee candle my mom had. And I just feel like this elegant Southern bitch right now in my house with my like beautiful vanilla Yankee candle scent.
Wait, so what's it supposed to smell like, or what's it called?
I don't. It was like called like it was blue. It was called like Wild Waters or some.
Oh, I thought you meant. I thought he was talking about something that might smell like marijuana or something.
Yeah, like the way
No,
that
no,
you said
just
it.
the way you
saying,
said
like-
it first.
No, oh, sorry, the incense. Yeah, no, it's
Because
just.
I was literally about to say, how much did you spend on this candle?
Are you sure it
'Cause,
wasn't
uh,
a blunt?
I mean,
You were
we-
just too high to realize.
Right, exactly.
It's like, oh, this is a really fat incense.
He's like, I never knew they weighed candles by the ounce. Sorry,
No,
couldn't help myself.
good point.
Oh man, I'm gonna start calling him Yuppie Tray
Yuppie tray.
Yuppie tray.
Why am I yuppie tray?
because you were just having like a
You're getting nothing but Yankee candles for Christmas.
like he has bath salts, but he actually uses them for the bath.
but he doesn't smoke them.
He's sitting there in a hot or
That's why we
hot
can't be
water
friends.
and all kinds of bubbles and shit, and he's listening to some like
Al Green.
I wasn't gonna go that far.
There's nothing wrong with Al Green.
I didn't say that there was.
Let's just say more like Lamb of God.
Enya.
And yeah,
no.
Dude, just get in the bath, and listen to some Enya,
Bjork.
good release.
just pass out.
Ah, you guys are special. Like he's actually, I think he's telling us what he does.
It's like this is a Thursday
Like,
night for Trey.
right.
Dude, I mean,
I could totally see him getting like super stoned, getting in the bathtub, lighting some candles, and just getting down to Careless Whisper.
I'm not a George Michael fan.
You're not?
No, I'm not
Oh,
a fan of
well,
George
you're the
Michael.
first one I've ever met.
Oh, oh, really?
No. But it was funny. Like nobody talked about George Michael until he fucking died.
Well, I'm good with Wham, but George Michael on his own, just I'm
Wow,
not.
you guys are really going through the list here, aren't you?
But oh, we're ruining your childhood. Is that what we're doing?
my goodness.
I like George Michael. Kinda.
No.
He did do a lot for saxophone.
Yeah. Like there's a whole big video of this dude called Sexy Saxophone Guy, and he goes into public places like in like food courts and malls, and he gets up on the table, no shirt, tight leather pants with a saxophone, and plays the opening to Careless Whisper. Just over and over again. He gets chased out of places by like security guards, and it's just hilarious. Like he fell off of a fucking table. He's on the floor, just playing the fucking saxophone.
Have you seen the air guitar competitions yet?
Yes.
Dead serious?
Yeah, I've seen videos on YouTube of them. Like people like legit.
So me
some
and
of them
Trey
suck.
over here are actually starting a band. That's funny, I know. But one of the names we were trying to look up was a name called Cold Steel. So I typed it into YouTube, and there's this guy who has his own entertainer page, and what he does is he goes around the country and competes in air guitar competitions. So this man is wearing like the tightest spandex pants you could possibly see, with like glitter sparkles in them.
Fabulous.
And he's no shirt, long hair, got the handlebar mustache, and he is just like flailing like a fish out of water, dude, trying to do it. And he was like the air guitar champion of the world. I don't even know how you can hold that title and like, I don't know.
Next to what kind of guitar do you use, man? Like when you're playing, what do you imagine you're playing? I got a 69 Les Paul that I like to break out for tournaments. Like, could you just imagine those fucking interviews?
I don't know.
My issue with it is how many of the guys get up there and end up being like the big like dudes in the air guitar world, and we're like, they don't look like they're playing guitar. That's my only thing is like, have fun, air guitar, but if it doesn't look like you're playing guitar,
It's just a competition of like how asinine you can look while trying to do something mundane. Like,
But the thing is, in the videos, there was so many people in the crowd, bro. There was like ass to elbows, and everybody's cheering and jumping up and down like they just seen. I don't know.
have you ever seen arm wrestling competitions, man? Those places get fucking packed, and these dudes are super jacked. Like, they are doing steroids hardcore just to arm wrestle each other. Like, there's a referee and everything. It's crazy. And they get really into it.
yeah.
It's so serious. Like, competitive sports have gotten so out of hand. Pun intended.
Every bar I've worked at, I've tried to get them to have an arm wrestling competition, and they just don't.
There's nobody that would do it in Rockford, I don't think. Like, I think it would be like people coming in and they have beef and they're just gonna start fighting each other.
Well,
No,
besides
there's
that,
a lot of guys.
you guys kind of made my point about how many people were there. How many people? Like, if I did this right here in Rockford, who's going to show up?
Yeah.
How many people would be here? So where are they doing this? To where
Germany.
there's hundreds of thousands of people everywhere.
It's gotta be across seas, man. Nobody in the United States is doing that shit. Like, there
Dude.
might be Americans involved, but there's no way in shit that's happening in the U.S.
Bro.
and Americans are spending their hard-earned money on that. There's no way.
No, they're never underestimate the East Coast hipsters.
I've never been to the East Coast.
Dude, oh my God. Well, I lived there for quite a while, and the people that just, the goal is to be ironic with everything. So yeah, like air guitar competitions sell out, and bearding competitions sell out. And
I've seen the bearding thing, like where people just get crazy with what they do with their facial hair. Like, that's been a thing for a while.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like all
There's
that.
guys that will train their facial hair for years just to be a part of a competition.
Oh yeah, like they just start growing it. As soon as the hairs start coming, they're on it.
Oh, I mean, it's nuts, especially if you watch some of the documentary stuff on it. But I'm just saying, on the East
documentaries?
Coast, you can, like, if you just make an event seem stupid, people will probably go to it.
They're like, yeah, that's anti-establishment.
How many
solo.
avant-garde music festivals does Rockford have?
Yeah, but the best one got fucking canceled. Damn drunk people beating each other up in public.
That's Rockford. Like, literally, isn't that on the flag?
If Rockford had a flag.
It's just a bunch of drunk people fighting.
You guys are so mean.
There's a crackhead in the back stealing somebody's shoes. But only the left one.
Do you remember
Because
that?
he's all right, all right, all right.
Do you remember that meme that showed the Rockford left sign or Rockford to the right, like a highway sign? It said on the bottom, like in duct tape, "Get the fuck out."
No, I didn't see that.
Or it says 3 miles or 3 mile Rockford 3 miles away. Hope you have your bulletproof vest on, or
Yeah,
something.
that
like
one I
yeah.
saw. That one's legit, though.
Yeah. The other day we were in here in the studio, and we heard like this loud, humongous explosion.
I saw your post on Facebook
Like,
about it.
we thought North Korea got pissed. That's the first thing
There's
went through our
probably
minds.
some drunk motherfucker
we-
that forgot he had a stick of dynamite that he bought for the 4th and just threw
That's
it.
what it was. It was 2 kids that were down by the river threw a stick of dynamite in the river, and poof.
You never know how loud those things are until you actually witness a stick of dynamite blowing up. Like, it's crazy.
Well, and what was nuts about it was the way it reverberated down the river. And
He said reverberated.
when John and I were sitting
Word drop.
in here, what really got to me about the whole thing, you know, in a theatrical sense, was we hear this boom, and me and John look at each other, and we had just been talking about how, like, North Korea, haha, what's up with them? And then I go and I look out, I just try to, like, look in the sky, see if I can see anything weird, and I just see John's lady's kid pop into the window really quick, like a scared little, like, meerkat. And for some reason, just seeing that, I was like, oh, God. It really scared the kids, so maybe it really was something, you know? Like, this kid.
I think it was funny, though. Like, he posted on Facebook, like, did anybody else just hear that giant explosion? And they're like, oh, yeah, they're just fireworks. Like, no, bitch. We know what the fuck a firecracker sounds like. If my windows are rattling and the river's going blah, 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 it wasn't a fucking firecracker. Somebody blew something up.
Yeah. Well, and that was the other thing is sitting there, because you had the building exploded the other night, you know, who knows who decided they wanted to get rid of a
What
property.
building exploded?
I don't know. There's another one downtown.
Oh, the downtown one that was set on fire, yeah.
No, but then there was another one past the one that was set on fire. There was another one that dumpster fire caught the building.
This city really needs to get its demolition crew a job because they're just blowing up all these buildings instead of paying for people to. You know that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm totally aware.
They're blowing up and burning down all of these buildings. Oscar's Tires is a different story.
No, I was going to say, what about all the car lots along 251 in Lowe's Park?
The insurance, bruh. You know how much that insurance, an insurance claim that those guys could write off, like this shit catches on fire? That's a lot of money.
Probably.
You know, people aren't really buying cars right now off of people. Like, people are broke. They can't afford it. So what are they going to do? They're going to burn their fucking house down and rebuild it with the money and pocket the rest.
And let's be
Do we
real.
need to ask you some questions there?
What
I know what to do.
Short bus?
what and what in that little
Ain't always
building,
special.
that little office they had was gonna burn it down? you
Right.
know? Oh, we just happened to forget we had a hot plate in there.
Who has a fucking hot
That's
plate?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm screaming.
Well,
It's like, oh no, our Bunsen burner was still going. Sorry.
I guess that makes sense why one building burned and then the next building burns. Now it seems like arson, so now everybody's going to burn their shit down.
But yeah, but like other than that, like most of the buildings, like if you were to go down 11th Street, all these buildings that are just no longer there because they caught fire. They didn't fucking catch fire. Whoever owned the building paid somebody a couple $100 to go in there and Molotov cocktail that shit, and it's an insurance fraud. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, Rockford is falling apart.
Piece by
But, hey,
piece.
did you hear that they found underground tunnels in the 7th Street area of Rockford that lead all the way from, like, what the heck, Born and Co. to where Ingersoll is, all that other, is it Ingersoll? I don't remember.
I always knew that there were
There's-
like tunnels
there's,
under
like,
under Rockford.
Somebody that I know told me that they were down there and they found them and they stopped because they were so far away. Like, there's literally miles and miles and miles of tunnels underneath the city of Rockford.
Yeah. We got into one. There's one that connects to East High School, and one of the janitors told me about it. I thought he was just crazy, and he's like, "No, come on, I'll show you." And
Wait.
me and a group of friends.
I was gonna say you didn't go to a Catholic school. This was a priest.
It was a public school, and we were smoking pot with the janitor, and we started talking. And he's like, "Yeah, no, there's tunnels that lead from East High School all the way down to the Schnooks." And I'm like, "You're fucking lying." My friends were calling him out too. Like, "You're fucking lying." And he's like, "No, man, come on." He puts the blunt out, and we go into the basement of the school, and he unlocks this like old ass fucking door. Like, it's like something out of a movie where you just happen upon something that was there before you even realized it existed. And like, he opened it up, and you just feel this rush of air, like, whoo, and then it's pitch black. Because there's no lights down there. Like, the tunnels are from decades and decades ago. But we turned on a flashlight and we walked. It was like, you would go and it was like a straight shot pretty much to the grocery store across the street. But there was like side tunnels that went off in other directions that were like, yeah, we're not fucking going in there. You don't know what end you're gonna get to. Like, who else found the other end of that fucking tunnel?
I would love to go down and explore all these tunnels one day. Just get a couple guys with flashlights.
Trey's like, nope,
some
fuck
glow
that. I
sticks.
watch too many scary movies. I'm gonna be the black guy. I'm out.
You wouldn't go down the tunnels with me, bro?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I could do some of the main ones, but I just get this, like, imagery in my head, like he was just saying, who found the other end? And, you know, like, I just don't want to be the one who finds, like, all the bodies hanging from hooks.
Right. Like you're walking through like fucking Aldine Park, which is a terrible place to be at night. Don't do it because there's hobos and stuff and living there and crazy people that sleep in there and they'll stab you because hobos are fucking crazy. But like, I would hate.
This whole story is taking one hell of a turn.
It got really scary because this is like an irrational fear that I have of like I'm just like walking through the park one night and I get murdered by like an axe killer.
That's a hobo.
It's just
That's a hobo and he's just protecting his squat.
He found an axe and he's like, ah!
Hobos have axes. Well, they're called hatchets.
Hatchet.
No, that's another band. We won't go there.
Yeah, we're not touching on that group of fucking weirdos.
I mean, think about it. What would you do if you went and explored these tunnels and realized that nobody else has been down here in 80 years, for instance?
Do?
But now think about this. Our town was a big mafia town back in the day.
Yeah.
So what if we're walking down there and we find bags of cash?
You
You
keep
missed out
that
on
shit.
that. You missed out on that by not following me in this tunnel. Because I'm going to come out this tunnel and you could be sitting there and be like, I found it. It's mine.
Or if you've never seen the movie As Above, So Below, we could walk in because there's fucked up people in the world. We could literally walk into like a satanic ritual and end up becoming sacrifices.
Boom.
Bro, do you not
Boom.
see the size of me? I'm
Do you not understand the power of Satan?
Do you not understand? Bro, the three of us together are pretty hard to kidnap.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we're a formidable opponent, but 30 just crazy people with daggers? I think we might lose that, bro.
Have you ever seen The Descent?
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
What if there's like subterranean Rockfordians?
Subterranean
the ones who
Rockfordians.
The ones who live above the ground are scary enough, but then you throw them underground for like 50 years.
They've never seen sunlight, so
They're just blind.
Hey, we could go down there.
I mean, I'm down to explore a little bit, but once I start getting weirded out, like I have to do this sober. There's no way I can be drunk. There's no way I can be high.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. I have to be stone cold. I haven't watched a scary movie in 2 months sober. Because one of those halls will get turned into a shitstorm real quick.
I'll tell you this, anybody that's listening to this, if you see me in a tunnel somewhere, you better know that I got something that's going to shoot. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to, no. I wasn't saying going down there unarmed, unprotected. I'm talking about going down there
Semantics,
with full
man. You
force,
gotta get into details.
ready to go. Like, I'm going to bring knife, a gun, flashlights, ropes so we can rope our way back, white spray paint and black lights so we can spray paint arrows to find our way back type shit. I ain't playing around.
People we don't like to push in front of us.
Right. We could totally bring our enemies and con them into going. They just got to go first.
Right.
I'm screaming.
I mean, I'm down.
But
You
just
guys wanna
remember,
try
the
to
more
find out
people,
where they're at?
the more people you have. If you find that money bag, you got to split it up that many more times.
Yeah, but
Hell
that's
nah.
why we kill the haters and just.
That's where I'm at. If there
It's
ain't
a dark
already
tunnel.
bodies down there,
Most
let's
of Rockford
leave
doesn't.
some.
Yeah, because most of Rockford, like probably 95% of Rockford, has no idea that those tunnels are down there.
Now
And-
they do if they're listening to this show.
Yeah, well, okay, whatever. Don't listen to us. But like somebody goes missing, it's not like they're ever gonna find them.
Well.
He's like, well, I'm gonna edit that bit out because now we're liable.
No. I highly encourage that stays in there.
I'm down.
So we're going to do this then. We're going to set up a search party and we're going to go down.
I guess so.
There.
We're
We're
looking
going
for
to go to
Jimmy
the
Hoffa.
tunnels. What if we found him, bro?
How would we fucking know? That was so long ago. It'd just be like a bag of bones.
True story.
Like you think his wallet's gonna be down there?
It might be.
It's possible.
You never know. Dude, if
If we find Jimmy
I have
Hoffa,
I have the perfect prank, bro. I have the perfect prank. We could just, it might take a while to hear anything of it, but make information cards for, like, ID cards with Jimmy Hoffa's name on it.
Yeah.
Put it all in a wallet and just stash it places around Rockford. So, you'll hear on the news that they found Jimmy Hoffa's wallet. I think
Hell
that'd be
yeah.
great. Then again, somebody might find it and just keep it as a keepsake and never, ever, ever tell anybody.
but if you throw enough of them out there, like
True story.
somebody's
Somebody's
got to
say something.
Not everybody's going to keep it. Like half the people nowadays that pick it up aren't going to know who the fuck Jimmy Hoffa is.
True story. So are we down to do this tunnel search?
I'm super down.
I guess
Just like
so.
I said, stone cold sober.
God, why did I just think of a gynecologist when I said that? I asked that
You
question,
down?
are you down for the tunnel search?
You'd be the best gynecologist. Just imagine John snapping
with the
his
glove.
glove. Snap. Are you down for the tunnel search?
Just got his fingers in a tube of Vaseline.
I would get it tattooed on my arm, on my forearm. Are you down for the tunnel search? Just all along with an arrow pointing forward.
Not you. It's recorded and on radio. Now
It's
you have
gonna
to
happen.
do it.
I'm down.
All right, you down for the tunnel search?
But I got to be a gynecologist first.
Well, I mean, do you have to be licensed?
I believe so. I believe
So,
that's a
here's
I think
That's
that's a
only for
requirement.
other people to call you a gynecologist. You can call yourself whatever you want.
Right.
Here's another
We are
stupid
searching
segue.
tunnels.
Back in the D.C. area, Northern Virginia to be exact, there is a gynecologist who is named Harry C. Beaver. I kid you not.
That is not
Look
his
it up
real
on
name.
the internet. Look it up on the internet. He's
Yeah, the internet never
award-winning.
lies to me.
He's award-winning, and he used to run
Hold
one
on,
of the
I'm looking it up.
departments at a hospital.
I'm looking it up right now. Hang on.
We found out about him because my mother delivered to me.
That's bullshit.
You said you were looking it up.
He thinks like you said you were looking it up. He looked like he just peed in his Cheerios.
Sure.
Why would you pee in his Cheerios,
It's the best thing ever, and you're peeing in my Cheerios, dude.
Oh.
Totally Hershey my mellow, guys.
Oh my God, Becky.
Look at her butt.
Oh man. So,
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
what's the next subject?
Next subject, dude. How long? Well, how long are we at right now?
A while.
Like, how long do we want to make this?
We are at.
Probably close to
We're
like.
3 minutes from an hour.
Oh, I thought we were doing this for way longer.
Yeah, it's 57 minutes and 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 23 seconds, 24 seconds, 27 seconds.
I lost count. I mean, I think an hour is good. I mean, did you guys have anything else that you want to get cray-cray about? Because, I mean, it's like the first one. We don't have to make a
It's
2
not going to be a full hour because I'm going to edit portions out of here. And we still got to do that.
Right. But, like, it's our first one. Like, we're just going to... I kind of want to just test the waters. Like, we don't need, like, a 3-hour podcast.
I was honestly only going to pick some of the best ones, portions of it. But the problem that we have is that we didn't segment anything.
No, we just ran
just-
with
and
it.
then we
Which
went
is what I
back.
really wanted to do with it. Was to just... We'd say something, and whatever fucking happens, happens. And it happened.
You really looked it up.
He's there. He's real.
Fuck in your face, bitch.
Fairfax, Virginia, Dr. Harry Beaver.
He's real.
Like Santa Claus and Jesus.
And Willy Wonka.
But not Texas.
He's an obstetrician. He's not even a real doctor.
What's an obstetrician?
A guy who delivers babies.
No.
Yes, that's what OBGYN, gynecologist and obstetrician. He's a vajayjay doctor named Harry Beaver.
The JJ doctor.
Give me this one.
Please.
It's fantastic.
Please.
Oh my.
Do you know how I know he's real? My mother delivers FedEx and delivered packages to him. Like, that's how we found out he existed.
Oh.
That's a pretty cool story.
And she called me and said, "You're not going to believe it." And I'm like, "What?" The guy I'm delivering to is named Harry C. Beaver. He's an OBGYN.
You know, I bet you he was just like an asshole when he was a kid, you know, and then just like, I'm going to make this name proud.
His office is at 4827 Piney Branch Road.
If you guys need...
Why is that so much funnier?
If you guys need someone elbow deep, Harry C.
Oh
Beaver
my
will get you
God.
good.
It's weird
He's
because
got a piney branch.
I used to live like 2 miles from there. It's like weird to me.
That joke was just right around the corner.
It just was always there. Just needed to be
Waiting to be told.
told.
Dr. Beaver is affiliated with the following hospitals. Affiliation usually means doctors can admit patients into a hospital. It literally said that on here. Innova Fairfax Hospital,
Yeah, that's
and that's it.
I used to
The
go.
list of hospitals. This one.
I just like reading this, like the overview. Dr. Harry Beaver is an obstetrician gynecologist in Fairfax, Virginia, and is affiliated with Inova Fairfax Hospital. He is one of 162 doctors at Inova Fairfax Hospital who specialize in I lost it at that.
Vaginas.
Obstetrics.
And gynecology. That just sounds like something you would hear on a comedy show. Womp, womp.
Missed it.
I did.
We need fly paper.
Fly, don't bother me. No, we need tacos.
We do need tacos. Why would you
That
say
was
that?
great. That was completely by chance. I was like, what is this? Because it says AWW effects. So you said, I want tacos, and it went. Completely by chance.
Dude! We gotta listen to the whole thing just so we can cut that snippet and use it for shit. Who did that?
Tacos.
You failed, you big dummy.
You bitch. My ass cheeks are asleep.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
It's too good.
The fuck?
Oh my god, keep talking. I'm gonna get sound effects to go with everything.
He's just gonna start clicking on everything and just see what matches up with the goofy ass thing I have to say. But no, my ass cheeks really do hurt, guys. And this is fucking unreal. It's just like if I were to say that I won the lottery and he plays ding 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 ding. I quit. John wins the internet today.
That was a little loud.
It was just super distorted. Hello, I'm an anchor man.
In a world.
That was good. Can you do Optimus Prime?
No.
Just be like, we are the Autobots.
That was loud.
What?
Yeah. I can't do that.
Who can do impressions?
I do horrible impressions.
Let's hear him. Let's do that. Let's do that for the next 20 minutes.
That's
what she said.
Just like really loose.
Just
Like
you
vulgar.
like don't say who it is first. Like let's play the guessing game.
All right,
You do an impression.
I'll do the first one.
All right, go.
The Lucia goes home to fuck the prom queen.
What?
One more time.
No, you only get one time.
But I didn't like. What did you say?
The Lucia goes home to fuck the prom queen.
Is that Sean Connery?
Yeah. it was been all right if you understood it.
That was a terrible Sean Connery.
Sorry.
It's all right. Trey, what you got? You said you were terrible at impressions. This is your time to shine, girl.
These nuts.
Said you were terrible. So
Got him.
Go next.
it's time to be terrible at this. I don't know. What can I do? I got listen here, brother. Tonight at WrestleMania 26, I'll be coming for you with these 22-inch pythons, brother. I got that one.
That could be two people.
It's either
Hulk Hogan or Randy
Randy
Savage.
Randy
No,
Savage.
Randy
It's definitely
Savage.
Hulk Hogan because
Randy
Randy Savage is like, ooh, brother.
Randy Savage goes, Macho Man, and he goes,
In your face, sucker. In your face, sucker.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Like when he was in fucking Spider-Man, he's like, you ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of pain time.
Why is he a dying, like, New Jersey factory worker?
My liver stopped working 3 years ago.
Kind of sounds like Marge Simpson's sister.
Just smoked way more cigarettes than Marge did. Like that bitch has been smoking Winston since.
She makes it moister than an oyster. Let's see if I can do it. You could do that too? I could do it! Son of a basket weaver.
Son of a basket weaver. What's a basket weaver?
I don't know.
And why do they have children? Well, certain people shouldn't reproduce.
Yeah, yeah.
Certain
And
classes
basket
of
weavers
people.
obviously just kind of tickle that subject.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm for eugenics, but certain classes of people shouldn't reproduce.
Yeah, like
This part not gonna make the show.
you and your people are stupid and you need to die.
Listen, if you make less than 30 grand, you don't need to be making babies.
Oh, I guess I'm fucking out. I only make 18 grand a year.
I'm so screwed.
It's like I don't think I made 30 grand in my life.
Bomb chicka wow wow.
I never did it legally.
He said I never did it. What?
Legally? That's the word, right? Legal. When you follow the law.
So, my ass cheeks. It's delicate, man. When you ain't got no cheeks, you're sitting straight on that ass bone and starts to hurt. Yeah. What you think about? Did you hear it? Yeah. I couldn't. The headphones were going back and forth.
Oh my god.
Sloppy lips.
I just thought of a freaking Arby's commercial.
Suddenly, I got a burger. I could really go for some roast beef, guys. Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I want like a half-pound beef and cheese right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yo. I like the Angus bacon and cheddar.
Yeah, you do.
Because you're basic.
That's a basic bitch.
Basic
No, I'm not
shit.
basic. I go to Dunkin' Donuts. Fuck
basic.
Starbucks.
That's basic as fuck.
Fuck Starbucks.
Dunkin' Donuts is more
Dunkin'
basic than
Donuts
Starbucks.
is the basic for poor people.
Dunkin' Donuts is so ratchet that they don't make their own fucking donuts. They get delivered every day frozen.
That's bullshit.
True story.
So,
That's terrible. Like,
Thank
make
you
your own
for-
goddamn donuts. Like, that's dumb. I think that's stupid. I think it's really stupid.
they still taste good.
No, they don't. Donuts are terrible things.
Well, that's the thing about this town that really like actually kind of annoys me is like there's a few good donut places and people still always there's like actual donut places here and people still show up and they're like, I got Dunkin' Donuts. And it's like, fuck you.
You know, you could go get a dozen of donuts for what you paid for that and your cup of coffee if you go right down the street.
I'm not even saying price. I'm saying they're better donuts.
They are. They're way better donuts.
That's all I'm saying.
And where is this again?
Doughboys Donuts.
Doughboys Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, their shit's lit.
And then there's another donut place that's pretty solid. I can't remember the name.
By
of.
the dozen.
By the dozens.
Yes.
They're good.
But I mean, like, they're good, but I don't like donuts. They're too sweet.
Dude,
I'm more of a cheeseburger,
that
French
sounds-
fry, potato chip eating fat ass. I don't really do the whole sweets things. I mean, like, sometimes. Don't
Give
say
this-
anything about sweets with your ketchup addiction.
Hey.
Give this guy some cheese curds and he just goes
Yes.
to town.
Oh, cheese curds and
Already
dip them in
knew.
like mayonnaise. American as fuck.
That face was fucking ridiculous. I couldn't. It didn't even look like him.
Him?
No, you.
What did I do?
You made a face that just changed the whole shape of your face, and it made me giggle like a little bitch.
That was his mating call. His mating. He looked at you like, you got a pretty mouth.
It's okay.
I like carbs. I do, man. If you were to give me a bomb-ass bucket of cheese curds and like a little thing of like Hellman's mayonnaise, I would just go hard in the paint.
You know, there's like more protein than carbs in that.
And what? There's no protein in cheese. There's no protein in.
There's
Semen.
protein in cheese.
It's just no. It's a high-protein snack because it's no carbs. Some cheeses have it, but not all of it. It depends on how close to the milk stage it still is.
Yeah, the cheese that goes into curds.
Zombies.
Zombies, that's what you got out of that?
Sure. I hate zombies. Do you guys like zombie movies?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the only one in the room that fucking hates zombies.
So you don't like The Walking Dead?
No. I do
Oh
not.
my god. Who's this guy over here?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy that you brought to the house over
Cheese is an excellent source of protein.
Google it shit now. He's gonna be that guy.
He's so
It's just
mad.
like every
He's
time
like-
we say something, he's like, "Nah,
he's like-
that's bullshit. Hold on."
We're talking about cheese here, man. I'm right on the cheese.
Don't you try to fuck.
Don't you fuck with my cheese.
Don't you fuck with me right now.
We are too close
Hey,
to Wisconsin for you
hey,
to not know this.
What
You
about
brought
the
up
nickname
tacos.
Cheese?
Cheese?
Oh,
We
God.
just call him Cheese.
When I hear of the nickname Cheese, you probably don't know this show, but you probably do. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. You remember Cheese?
No.
Did you ever watch the show?
No.
Well, the premise of the show is like it's
Never even heard of this show.
it was a show when I was younger on Cartoon Network, and the premise of the show is this like this foster house for imaginary friends that kids got too old to be friends with. And they're all living there, and there's this one that gets created, and his name is Cheese, and he's fucking derp. Like he just walks around. What are you laughing at? He just
your
walks around. He's
facial
just like,
expressions.
I like chocolate milk, and he'll just argue. He's like, I want donuts. No, you can't have donuts for dinner. Donuts. And you can't have donuts for dinner. Donuts. Like that's what I picture now that your nickname is Cheese.
He's like, no, I can't even. What did you just do?
He's like, I'm going home, guys.
So I take it you're opposed to the name Cheese.
Now he is.
Yeah, like
I wasn't calling you dirt. Well, then again, anything that Cheddar Bob, think about that guy.
Cheddar Bob.
He shot himself in the nuts.
Yes, he did
So
with his
cheese-
mama's gun.
Cheese can't work. Cheese can't work.
I'm not cheese.
He's like,
I
please
don't
don't
even
call me
make
Cheese.
money,
God.
dude. Cheese is like a rich, stupid guy.
That's cheddar.
It's all the same, man.
You want to call him Thor? I don't know.
No, we're not gonna call him Thor.
It'll happen organically.
We'll call him
People who have never seen what this man looks like, send us nickname ideas.
Trap Jesus.
No, that one's already kind of floating around.
Yeah, you can't be Trap Jesus again.
Not on this show.
No.
Yeah. The only one that gets to keep prior nicknames is Big John.
Oh, it's stuck.
'Cause nobody ever calls him John.
No. It's kind of weird too when like my family's around and they call me Big John. That scares the shit out of me.
He's like, why you call me that, dude? Like, you gave me the name John before I was big.
Exactly. Although I came out of the womb 5'5", so
Wrecked.
5'5" with the best mushroom cut you've ever seen.
oh, he's getting out my mushroom cut
Oh,
hair.
you had a mushroom cut? That's beautiful.
I just posted a picture of what I looked like when I was a little kid the
I
other
think,
day.
yes, I did see it.
Yeah.
Everybody had a dorky ass haircut when they were
I
growing
had
up.
one. I had a mushroom cut.
I had a rat tail.
I had one of those for a while too.
It didn't get very long because my mom was like, "You look like a fucking dum dum." I keep wanting to say that word, and you told me not to say it, and I'm trying really hard. That's why when I said "derp," like I was trying to think of a word that wasn't that word.
We've enhanced your vocabulary.
No, you haven't, because they're words that I already know, but now I just have to switch one out for another one, which is what I really didn't want to do. Like, I hate censoring shit.
It's one word.
And it's my favorite word. It is my favorite derogatory term that has nothing to do with what it actually means.
True story.
And you guys will never know what it is.
We're just spiraling around this black hole. We all just want to say it, but we can't.
We can't do it.
We can't do it. Now let's just.
Well, I mean, we can. It's just,
What
it's
is
just gotta
the-
get taken out.
What is the meaning of life and existence?
We're on a mission to find a new word.
That's equally as pungent, but not as offensive. But I don't care about offending people.
Well, the problem is you can't ever seem to offend people with a word that just like seems offensive. It has to have a meaning that offends them. You
Right,
know?
like it's got to hit home to them. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really care if people get offended, because it's not my problem that what I said fucked you up. You know, like if I'm intentionally trying to hurt your feelings, that's one thing. But if I'm just sitting here having a conversation and one of the words that I choose to use offends you, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
It all depends.
Get over it.
It all depends on where you are and that.
Well, I mean, like, if I'm at church, I'm not going to be sitting there talking
That's what I'm
about,
saying.
yeah, there's words to use in certain spots. But I don't go to those spots where I need to be censored. The only time that I don't cuss or say anything inappropriate is when my son's around, and I still slip up.
Yeah.
A lot.
I just don't like it when people go to like restaurants where there's like kids, and it's like someone else's kids.
I'm just being overly obnoxious about
yeah,
it.
and it's like, dude, like you shouldn't be pushing that into someone else's kid's brain, you know.
Yeah, I see your point there, and I'm not saying that I like to be that asshole. Like, the way I'm coming off as like this dude that just goes around saying like pussy and balls just all day long in public, which I've done it, but
there's just two kids walking down the sidewalk from school, and you just jump in front.
Like, cunt!
What's up, you little bitches?
Cock gobblers.
I've been pissed off at some people a couple times at a restaurant or a public place, and they start getting all like ghetto and talking fuck this, fuck that, bitch this, bitch that, all that other shit.
Yeah, that's ignorance, though. You're not offended by the words they're saying. You're offended because it's ignorant.
Well, and if I was there by myself, whatever, I don't give two shits. But
Yeah.
if I got my kid with me,
You get
I'm gonna
embarrassed.
smack the shit out of you.
Like, I would look over to my son and be like, do not take any example from these people other than don't fucking live your life that way.
I don't even got to say anything to my kid. My kid's looking at him like he wants to punch him. So.
Oh, your kid's old enough. Your kid's old enough. Your kid's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 years older than my kid.
Yeah.
His kid's like sitting there talking about computer games and like comic books anyway.
Mine's
He's
talking
distracted.
about Pokemon cards and why I won't let him play Guitar Hero. It's not that I won't let him play it at all. I get tired of him sucking. So he gets it for about half an hour, and I'm like, that's all the that I can take. So we're watching cartoons now.
I get you. Why don't you just make him wear headphones?
Because it's on the TV, the only TV in the house.
Why don't you just beat him?
I tried. His mama don't like that. Need to beat her. I mean, she's a lovely woman.
Just a quick disclaimer. I don't actually believe in beating children.
But I do believe in
Lies.
beating. I mean,
but
Lies.
it's just like there's this thing I watch on YouTube. They're like,
sometimes.
we do not condone child violence, but we do, however, find it hilarious. Beat your kids. It's your kid. Do with it what you want.
How do you feel
Just
about
don't get
child
it- just-
leashes?
Child leashes, I love that idea. It's so entertaining to see, and it's such a great idea to get. Like, if you have a little dick shit for a kid that runs off when you're not paying attention, put that motherfucker on a rope.
But I just slipped my leash.
You would. He's like, got a fucking file. He's like, I'm getting out of here, guys.
I was like the,
The
first
only,
kid
the only
to have a
4-year-old
leash.
with a shank.
I was like one of the first kids to have a leash. And that was the problem with
You're
the
the
leash.
reason for the leashes.
Well, the problem with the leash is that all of a sudden the parent stops paying attention as if you were a dog, but you're smarter than a dog.
Maybe.
Slightly. So what you do is instead of like sitting there like pulling on it like, I'm mad, I'm gonna. No, you just use your hand to grab the leash and pull on that for the pressure and then unclip yourself and run off.
But see, the thing is, like,
And I did that at the county fair a lot.
I ran off from my mom a lot at the county fair. But I think with
The clip is on the back.
the development of that, because like some kids are stupid, but most aren't. And that aspect, like, they know how one of those things work. I don't think they have them to where they're detachable now, where it's like a harness that only buckles in the back, and it's just got like the leash is just attached to it, like braided in.
I mean, because mine was literally like one step away from a dog leash situation.
And most of the kids that need that shit aren't, or it's not that they're not smart enough. They're just not able to pay attention to something long enough to figure out that I can wiggle my way out of this. They just take off running like a dog that reached the end of his leash. He's gonna do it over and over and over and